All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna do this video in one take, so you're gonna have to excuse any flubs, but I have purchased a new tool for the shop, and I feel like I need to unbox it here so people can see it, in case anybody's interested in getting one of these. So without further ado, let me go grab this and we'll put it up here. This is a little ridiculous. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't even know if this table is gonna hold this. Oh my god. There we go. Is there even a picture on the side of the box? Here it is. The Hitachi C12RSH2. The 2 is important, and we'll get into that in a minute. This is a compound miter. This is a dual, what do they call this? What the fuck am I saying? Instead of rocking in one direction, you can miter it in either direction. Dual compound sliding miter saw. So let's get this box opened up and see what is inside. And I'll go over some of why this was my choice. I looked at a few of these. And by the way, this is entirely too large for my little shop here, which means I'm gonna have to cut with this outside. But I figure within the next year or so, I will probably have like a proper shop, just at the rate things are going. I can't imagine that I'm gonna be doing all my work in this room. So I figured I'd get a good saw that will be great in a big shop space. So this thing is a beast, 77 pounds. So there's a bunch of packing in here. Get all the extra cardboard out. Get down to the nitty gritty. So I got this from Lowe's Hardware. I looked at a few other saws. I was really wanted one of these compound miter saws again for a long time. I had one in Florida that I gave to my brother when I moved to California, and I always regretted doing that. Not that my brother has it, I love that my brother has it, but it's every time I go to cut something, I'm like, oh, I don't have my miter saw anymore. And I couldn't justify getting a smaller one because I always wanted to get a really good one. So I'm actually gonna put the box on the floor for a second, and then I'll pull this thing out, put it on the table. Let's see, do I even have room back here to do this? Probably not. This could be very comical soon. Oh my god, this thing is humongous. Alright, now let me figure out how I'm going to do this. So, here we go. Here is the saw. Now, well, there goes my paper on my table. Get this cardboard out of here. And grab the accessory bag. And then I will move this giant box. It's funny, there's no, it doesn't look like there's any documentation inside this box. However, the box does not look like it's ever been opened, so maybe it's on here and I'm missing it. We'll see. Look how ridiculous this box is. Oh my gosh. That's probably a good place for it. All right, so here is the saw. There's the instruction book in there. Okay, got our accessories. This is how the saw is in the box. It's packaged with a bunch of cardboard, obviously, like you saw before. It's got a little on-off switch back here for the laser, which is covered with a little rubber piece to keep it from getting dusty. Now, let's see. There should be a lock right there. There we go. So there's our saw. It's a 12-inch blade, which is pretty freaking rad. It is supposedly a dual compound, but now, where's the little guide? Let me see. I'm looking at this from a weird angle, guys. I'm used to seeing these things from the other side. But yeah, it's got a laser that comes out of here, sights the wood. But one of the main selling points for me on this saw, turn this the other way, is this right here, which is the slide the way that they set this up, most of these saws, this unit here with these 2 bars sticks way back, which means that you need a way more space for the same cut. When this saw, they put all of this, they just changed the orientation of it. It's so smart. So that was one of the biggest selling points for me, is to be able to fit this big saw in a smaller space. And it got really good reviews online, so I'm happy to see where that goes. But anyway, here's our guide back here. So basically, if I can undo this here, there we go. If I'm even strong enough. They had Conan come in here, there we go. Tighten this down. But so this rocks either way like this. It's like the mechanism to lock this off is actually really nice, because a lot of these have like a little thumb screw kind of thing back here, but like most of these will rock, most miter saws will rock one direction. If it's a dual compound, or sorry, a compound miter, it means it'll rock like this way, and then this will turn. But this is a dual compound, which means I can rock it either way, which makes it easier to do more cuts. And a lot of these, the little mechanism that locks it from going the opposite direction is down over here, and it's just like a little stopper with a screw on it. And I always hated that design. So this one's got like a really positive lockout, which, let me see if I can turn this so you can see it, which is right here. So this little tab moves forward and allows it to go the other direction, which is quite nice. So that is pretty cool. And so we'll lock this back down so I'm not goofing it up. But then the slide, I believe it says it can cut a full 16 inches out with this, which for me is a lifesaver, because that means I don't have to use my table saw nearly as much. And obviously this saw could cut off fingers too, but I've had multiple friends have accidents on table saws, and I've had some close calls just because of the way that they are set up. Let's see here. There we go. So the stops are really, really solid. There's no play in this whatsoever, which is really cool. But yeah, this is the first look. Let's see what's in this bag. Sorry, guys. It has a little guide here that'll hold your material. Pops down if you need it. A dust bag, which is probably useless. A big wrench for changing your blade. I think this is it's got this little rod here. I think that might be a way to extend it, but I'm not positive. I don't know for sure. But I think that these slide out and give you a little more room as well. So the brace moves quite a bit, and it feels nice and sturdy and light. This gives you a good amount to clamp onto. I'm quite excited to try this out, but again, so one last look here. The selling point for me is this whole system. Like I said, on other saws, this whole part sticks back up to about here, which makes it take up so much more space. And this is such a simple change that even the previous model Hitachi didn't have this. Now, when I was getting these, I didn't consider Hitachi. I was looking at DeWalt, Milwaukee Tools, what is it, like some of the other major brands that I've heard of. And then when I came across Hitachi, the reviews were very good. So I decided to look at it, and again, this is the choice I made. We'll see if it works great. I'm sure I will do a review of this in the future, probably in a few months once I've used it for a little while and have like a good grasp of how well it works or well it doesn't work. I will put up a review. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to cut this thing off now before I keep rambling. And thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys soon.